is upgrading to the M Performance brakes worth it if you've already got the M Sport brakes? Well, this is what this video is about. Let's find out. Oh yeah, she pulls up quick.
Me and my folks are
Hello, Chris. First of all, don't panic. You were in a fatal car accident. Oh my god. And you were dead.
Oh my god.
But the good news is, I have a way of stopping this from ever happening. Please, take these calipers, install them on your car, and I promise you, everything is going to be okay.
Oh, what a nightmare. That's it, no more drinking. I'm done. That's enough. Oh my god. It wasn't a dream. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are here in the M140i and I have just had the brakes upgraded to the M Performance over the M Sport. So running that 370mm rotor over the 340. And all I can say is that the brakes feel amazing. A little bit, no gradualness to them at the moment, but I will be getting that software updated through Adelaide BMW. And hopefully that gives me a bit more of travel through the brake before I start pressing it, because if I press the brake now, it's really sudden. It feels really strong. The brakes feel amazing. I've upgraded to the braided lines. I've put racing fluid in them, and we're running the Ferodo DS2500 pads, and yeah, it gives you a lot of confidence in the car. The stock pads, great on the street, but when I did take it out to the track, I really did find their limits, unfortunately. After about 6 to 8 laps, did notice that we're having quite considerable brake fade. You smell brakes?
I did earlier.
So that's why I've gone with the upgrade to the M Performance, just to see whether or not the $5,000 is worth it. I did not pay $5,000, but if you are considering this upgrade, that's more than likely how much you're going to have to pay. A company in Melbourne, they sell this kit for $5,000. Is it worth $5,000? I'm not going to answer that just yet. Stay tuned and we're about to find out. Peace. So why would you do this upgrade? I mean, it's only a very small upgrade, and for $5,000 doesn't really seem like it's worth it. I think if you're going to be paying $5,000 for this upgrade, I'd seriously consider your options in relation to going a more race setup. $5,000 is quite a lot. I mean, from upgrading to a 340mm rotor to 370, when in actual fact, I dare say, I think you'd be able to upgrade the stock brakes with the DS2500 and get a really nice rotor on there at the same time, and add the braided lines as well as your racing fluid, and you're probably going to get very similar performance. Yes, it's going to be a little bit better, but is it going to be $5,000 better? More than likely not, I dare say. So certainly something to consider. If you've got the option to get it cheap, I'd say jump on it. For $1,000 for the calipers and a couple of $100 for upgraded rotors and the DS2500, I don't think you're going to get better bang for buck, because once you're due for brakes, spending that money just to get them serviced is probably going to be close to that mark anyway, so you might as well do the M4 calipers at the same time. Now, when I got my entire kit, I obviously did get it fitted by a professional. When it comes to brakes, I really don't like mucking around. I want someone who knows their stuff doing it, making sure that it is all performing. I did have a conversation with him at the end in relation to how easy is this kit to fit. I got the bolts and all the hardware with the caliper. It was a bolt-on situation, so taking the old caliper off, bolting the new one up, and it was as easy as that, and I was driving away within a couple of hours. So can't really beat the fitment. It's OEM fitment. You're not running any brackets, which I didn't really want to do. I know there's a few options where you can run the bracket for the original caliper to space it out and run that 370, or even run a 380mm rotor, but I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me running that adapter bracket. I know there's probably not an issue, but when you're doing 240 Ks down the straight at the bend. Here we go, baby! Home stretch, let's see if the Merc can take me. I don't think so. The last thing you want to start thinking about is, I wonder how that mounting bracket is standing up with all this speed. So just starts to add that little bit of doubt into your mind, which I can avoid. The other good news is the tyres, the Mitchies, the Pilot Sports are completely bald. They are ready to go. This thing gets tail happy and it's running stock power. So the M140i, as I think we're all quite well aware now, it does have its limitations with its chassis. And I think, yeah, the tyres is obviously one of the first things to get replaced. I'm going to the track on the 20th, which is very soon. I'll be bringing out some content in relation to that, but I'm not going out on that track with the current tyres that are on there because they are done and dusted. We're going to be upgrading to the Pilot Sport 5s. Got them for a pretty good price, so I'm going to be very interested to see how they perform up over the stock Super Sports, so stay tuned for that. We'll be doing a video on that and the differences as well. But is this brake upgrade well and truly worth it? Well, I think initially I'd like to say yes if you're getting the kit secondhand. If you're paying $5,000, I'd certainly reconsider my options. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more content. And until then, happy boosting.